long story short, I've never killed a deer with this bow. I've hunted with it for like 4 years and shot at like 8 deer. I did kill a squirrel, which is technically hard. Not quite sure what's going on there. I've been practicing a ton, so hopefully I can kill some. Brown is down, fawn is gone. By the end of this video, I have my first bow deer kill. I did kind of may have spooked a doe coming in here, so hopefully I can still kill a deer today. Talking is probably not going to help. So I'm going to get settled in for the evening, hopefully a couple hours, maybe some deer come by. This is a buck that I'm hoping to try to kill this year, and this trail camera picture is from a trail camera about 100 yards away on the same trail that goes in front of my stand. There's some other smaller deer I've seen, but nothing really special. It's about 9 o'clock. I may or may not have slept basically all this time, but I don't think any deer came by. Anyways, this is as good as time as ever really for deer to come through here, so just hope they're moving. It's pretty cool out. It's probably 50, maybe 55 right now. I don't know if you can hear that, but there's like a huge flock of starlings behind me, I think. I can't see them now. There's a black squirrel over there. That's really cool. Way too far to shoot, but it'd be really cool. Days were ticking down. I went hunting, and I went hunting. And I still had not got an opportunity to kill a deer with a bow. And then, for 3 nights in a row, a group of 3 does and a couple fawns came out at the top of the field and worked their way across, way out of bow range from the stand I was sitting in, but I knew if I went in, cut a little brush, got in there on the edge, sat on the ground, and just was really still, didn't move at all, they would come in front of me, pull back, take the shot. So that's what I went to do. I'm sitting on the ground, and the place I am, hopefully 5 does walk by tonight and I shoot one. That's the game plan. That's why I'm here, because they've been out the past 3 nights I've been here. They walked right where they're going to be in an hour, hopefully. So I'm sitting here. It's probably 4:30 or whatever. I don't even know. I'm all blacked out black. I'm all camo, everything. So hopefully they don't see me and I can shoot one. That's the plan. I'm just sitting on the ground here. I'm on the ground. So wind is kind of okay. It's not amazing, and this is really not very good. But hopefully it doesn't mess up the hunt too much. My spots are terrible for a north wind, which is what usually we have. It should come from this direction. Come out right in here, have a clean 20-yard shot. They done it for 3 or 4 days in a row. I knew they were gonna do it again, and then I guess the weather changed. The temperature went up a little bit, and I know from somebody else who's hunting in the same field that the deer did come out. They just didn't walk towards me. They just kind of came out and fed and then went back in. But then it all changed. October 17th. Past couple days we had a cold front. I did go out hunting some, but I didn't really film much. I don't really film much at all because I go out hunting like about every day and I never kill anything. So anyways, like October 17th we did kind of have a cold front come through a couple days ago. It was like 36 this morning, but now it's like 45 or 50. So it's not very cool, but the leaves are dropping some. Which means I sound like a freight train when I walked into my stand, but now that I'm here, I can hear any, including that red squirrel. I can basically hear a worm move from a mile away in these leaves. Like, it's insane. So I won't have any deer sneaking up on me because I'll hear them crunching through the leaves. Maybe that'll help, maybe that won't. It's October 17th. I haven't shot a doe yet. So that's kind of bad. I haven't even gotten an opportunity. I did have a doe at like 30 yards, but she was kind of behind some brush and stuff, so didn't end up shooting her, obviously. Hopefully I can kill a deer. The bucks are starting to move, and the neighbor down the road who kills big bucks all the time, he's out hunting in a place I would never expect him to hunt. So I think there's a big deer kind of around in this area, but I don't think I'm hunting in the right place, because he knows what he's doing, and he's hunting in a really weird spot that I never thought he'd ever hunt. But he's hunting there, so he's probably going to kill the big deer I'm trying to kill. But the leaves are falling, like I said, so that also means I have better visibility out in the woods and everywhere, so hopefully I can see deer. So a couple hours went by. It was probably about half an hour away from the end shooting light, and I'm not joking. I was like, Lord, it'd be nice if I could shoot a deer tonight. I look up, no joke, there's a deer walking towards me, and I'm like, this is it. I thought it was a doe. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was a doe. So once it got behind the brush, I was just sitting down. I pulled back. I was at full draw, and came into the shooting lane. I'm like, oh, that's not actually doe. That's a spike. It looked like a spike at the time, but technically it was a little more of a buck than a spike, I guess. I'm not really sure, but came into the shooting lane. I was like, there's a little buck. I'm probably going to pass it. I didn't really know what to do. I was at full draw. Didn't really want to spook it either by letting down. And then it turned and walked right down towards me, basically on the path that I used to walk into the stand. Then he turned and started to walk away at like 20 yards. So at that point, I knew it may be my only chance I get to shoot a deer with a bow this year. So yeah, the rest was history. Okay, I just shot my first deer with a bow ever. That's really cool. Okay, I may have let all the rules fly out the window because I just shot a spike. I'm not even joking. I don't even know why I did that, but he came along. I pulled back because I thought it was a doe. And then it came into my shooting lane. And I was like, probably going to pass because it's a spike. Then it came so close, I knew there was no way I was missing it. It's like a 15-yard shot. I'll show you where I shot him. I smoked him, dude. Passed through, shot straight through him, stuck in the ground behind him. Beautiful. He has to be dead. I think I heard him crash, but I'm going to give him some time before I pick up the blood trail. But I heard him smash into some posts and stuff. So I'm hunting by this old vineyard. Dude, let's go. I can't believe it. I'm so happy. Best feeling ever. First deer I've killed with a bow. That's awesome. That's really awesome. I don't care that it's a spike, honestly. Can't eat the antlers anyways. I do like killing big bucks, but dude, so cool, dude. Okay, so I seen the deer walking up here. I was just thinking, oh Lord, please help me kill a deer tonight. Literally looked up, saw the deer. Walked through here. I pulled back, came over here. Then I realized he was a spike. You know, I'm kind of shaking right now, but he came down here. Stopped right there. Guy smoked him, dude. So it looked like I did. My arrow's right there. It's like 15-yard shot. First deer with a bow, baby. That thing better be dead because I think I made a perfect shot on it. And it was a clean pass there. Alright, pretty pumped right now. First deer with a bow. That felt really good. I've been waiting for that for a while. Haven't found it yet. I shot it probably 5 minutes ago, so I'm gonna give it some time to die because I think it was a double long shot. He should be dead right now, but gonna see how the blood is. I don't know. Okay, so we're at the scene of the crime here. I think he was in between these trees. I was up there, so here's my arrow. Straight through him, like I said. Got some blood here in the end. Blood and hair. Blood and hair. Broadhead is perfectly fine. And it's still pretty sharp, I think. So that's good. So at this point, I don't really see any bubbles in the blood. Just on the arrow, at least. But it probably just ripped through him so fast that there wasn't really any. So I'm gonna wait a little bit and then pick up the trail, I guess. So right now, if the shot felt good, I'm pretty sure I saw the knock rip right through him. I think it's a dead deer. But just to be on the safe side, there's no guts or anything, but there also isn't bubbly blood on the arrow. But I think that's just because I went through it so fast. My adrenaline's still kind of pumping right now, dude. I've shot deer before. I've shot pretty big deer before too, but nothing with a bow before. I've been trying hard. I'm gonna jump in here and kind of explain what happened that night because I kind of forgot to film, to be honest. I shot the deer. I saw the shot. I knew it was perfect and it was good, but I was gonna wait half an hour, you know, just to be on the safe side. I got the arrow. It had blood and everything on it. Obviously, because I just shot the deer with it. I did actually look just a little bit where I saw the deer run for blood, and I saw a few specks, nothing really. I wasn't too alarmed though, because I figured it just wouldn't start bleeding till a little bit later, I guess. Me and my grandpa went and started tracking it. We probably went, deer ran 20 or 30 yards, no blood, nothing, couldn't find anything. Then probably about the 30 to 50 yards, I started finding blood, but just, you know, specks and stuff, whatever. I figured it was a fixed blade broadhead, didn't leave a huge hole. You know, it'll start bleeding more. I was completely wrong. We probably spent an hour and a half maybe tracking this deer. I just got on the blood and tracked those little specks till my legs fell off. I mean, I'm not joking. I was on my knees half the time, and it would get a little bit better, and I'd start kind of walking, then have to get back down on my knees again to trail this thing, because it was specks of blood. It did get a little bit better towards the end, to the point where I could actually walk following the blood trail, not, you know, kneel and look around on my hands and knees for blood. But it was specks. Like, I'm obviously showing you pictures of the blood, but there was just no blood, really. But the blood that there was, it was good blood. It was long blood, it had bubbles in it. I made a perfect shot. It just didn't make sense, and it still doesn't really. I ended up tracking this deer, I'm not sure, but probably around 200 yards to 150 yards maybe. And I ended up way back in the stick stuff that I think is actually this tiny deer's bedroom, because there was a couple tiny scrapes and stuff. So I think I trailed this deer, and this deer died where he usually beds down during the day. As you can see, as I'll show you, the shot was perfect. I made a good shot. I knew I did because I had an Illuminox. I saw the arrow go straight through. I actually brought the deer back, hung it up, and showed you why exactly my deer did not bleed like it should have. My lens, he's heavy. Okay, so I did recover the deer. Horrible blood trail, there was like no blood at all, but eventually I did find it. It's like way back in here. It's going to be really hard to get out, but now I have to gut it out. I think I took a picture of the entry and exit wound. But I gotta get this bad boy out and get it out of here, because it's pretty late at night right now. And to anybody that says I can't kill big bucks with a bow, look at this guy. Stinking monster. Anyway, so I basically shot like this tiny little buck. I have him hanging up in the barn here. I'm going to clean him and stuff, but I'll show you where I hit him, because I made a textbook shot. And I'll tell you what I think went wrong. Entry wound right here, which actually had quite a bit of blood bubbling out of here. I think I showed you. There's actually a bit of blood coming out of here. Oh, here's a tick. This is the entrance wound. Perfect textbook shot. I mean, you can't really get any better than that unless you went for a heart shot, which I didn't. And I knew I had to make a good hit because there's a tree right here, so I held really tight to this shoulder, let the shot fly. This is the exit wound. Maybe a little bit further back than the entrance wound. Not much at all though. Just that G5 Montec punched a pretty good hole. Like that's a big hole. That's a hole bigger than the size of my thumb. So what? Personally, the reason I don't think this deer bled a lot. Entrance wound punched in here. Usually the exit wounds are what bleed a lot more. If you look here, there's a good hole, but it's kind of offset. So I think what happened is the deer's shoulder was down, kind of like this. So when I shot it, while he was running, his hide was kind of up here, kind of plugging this hole up a little bit. Well, there it is. That's the story of how I killed my first bow buck. I'm not done hunting for the season at all. This is my first deer.
just getting started. Last year I shot like 6 or 7 deer. So I have another New York buck tag. I have a Pennsylvania buck tag. I also have a South Carolina buck tag. Maybe doing some pig hunting. Just saying. I would subscribe if I was you because I'm gonna be making some freaking awesome videos.